This show was one of the most addicting shows that I watched all year. Welcome to the very first episode of the 25 Days of Media You May Have Missed, the series where I'm going through 25 pieces of media, meaning books, television shows, and films, that I think were particularly underappreciated this year. The first TV show that we're talking about is The Girlfriend. The show aired on Amazon Prime, and it was a limited series that only had 6 episodes. And the setup plays on the nightmarish idea of a boy mom in adulthood, and featured 2 of the strongest actresses I think are available right now. Olivia Cooke plays the titular girlfriend in this show, and she starts dating the son of Robin Wright. Olivia Cooke's biggest credit to date has been being a part of the Game of Thrones universe, but I personally first started watching her when she was in Bates Motel, and she was also in a great film called Thoroughbreds opposite Anya Taylor-Joy. And watching her act opposite Robin Wright was just such a treat in this show because they are both so powerful in such different ways. Robin Wright also directed a lot of this show, and I think some of the biggest strong suits in this show are in the directing. This show does a really good job of split perspectives that don't get tiresome when you see overlapping scenes. You'll see about half of the show from Cherry's perspective and about half of the show from Laura's perspective. And sometimes those perspectives do overlap, but they do so in a way that provides more context and sometimes a little bit of an unreliable narrator on both sides. And I think that that does a really good job of keeping you from trusting either of these characters, building tension, and keeping the audience really on their toes. There were points during this show where I thought, okay, it's definitely this person that's in the right, and then you get just a little bit of a split perspective that allows you to say, maybe not. I think the tension in this show is so well done, and I also think this was one of those shows where I physically could not stop pressing play next episode regardless of how late it got. I actually literally watched some of these episodes on vacation with headphones on my iPad because I didn't want to wake my sister up, but I also did not want to stop watching this show. I think if you're looking for something that has 2 strong female actresses at the front, really strong writing and really good tension, and the type of cliffhangers that make you want to press the next episode button, but also not too long. The show is only 6 episodes and it's a limited series, so everything is wrapped up by the end. I think this is definitely one of those shows that you should have on your list. Overall, I really enjoyed the visuals of this show, the boundaries that both of these actresses and the writing were willing to push. Literally the only complaint that I have about this show was a spoiler for the last about 5 minutes of the show. So I'm curious for you, did you hear about The Girlfriend? Did you feel like it got a lot of press? And if you did watch it, what did you think about the show? If you didn't, is this one that you're going to add to your binge list for the holiday season? Let me know, and be sure to follow along for the rest of the 25 days of media you may have missed.